Revenge is sweet, especially if you've been waiting for it for a long time. If you clicked on this video, you probably want to know about the revenge stories where the lead hero goes down the dark path, blurring the line between right and wrong through actions that are pretty much questionable. From burning your enemy to a crisp and taking over an entire empire, let's find out the top 10 most satisfying revenge moments in anime. Now, who can forget this one classic moment? Shikamaru defeats Hidan in Naruto. His tactical prowess and ability to devise intricate plans make him a formidable asset in battles and critical situations, and in one crucial moment, he proved himself a strategic prodigy when he got revenge on Hidan, the one who killed his sensei. Since Hidan is immortal, Shikamaru thought of a brilliant strategy. If he can't kill Hidan, he'll just go ahead and bury him alive. This scene made every OG anime fan go wild. It's not only full of nostalgia, but the way Hidan fell for it was worth the wait. Shikamaru made him his own grave and even used Asuma's lighter to light the explosions. It's a 1000 IQ plan that worked out in the end, because in Shikamaru's own words, if you curse someone, be prepared to dig your own grave. Before we continue, let me ask you a question. Do you get sick of looking at the same boring anime character designs and animation in every JRPG and anime game you play? Are you looking for a better gaming experience with a unique art style? Well, check out Dislight. Dislight is a free, stylish, urban, mythical RPG. And not only that, it's an ongoing series of urban myth comics where in an alternate futuristic universe, the world was turned upside down after huge portal-like structures called miracles arrived. As Pandora's box opened, individuals called Espers were granted divine powers to defeat the monsters that wanted to destroy the world. Best of all, these abilities came from ancient mythical beings like gods from Greek, Norse, Chinese, Egyptian, and even Japanese folklore. These diverse and unique characters have their own stories that are beautifully portrayed in the urban myth comics, which uses a captivating art style based on cell animation. If that's not enough, there are constant updates, and with each new update, Dislight releases new characters with their own unique stories. And right now, they have a brand new exciting limited time event within the game, which allows you to take a look at Xiao Tu's story. As one of the Chinese gods, after she acquired divine powers, her fate takes a turn for the worst as she becomes stuck in a never-ending cycle of constantly living a summer day. Participate in the various summer-themed events to earn massive rewards. Support my channel by downloading Dislight from the link in the description below or scan the QR code on the screen. Join Dislight today and use my code FIGHTWITHGODS to get 5 free draws and massive in-game rewards. Fight with gods and fight for infinite possibilities. Next on our list of revenge stories that will make you think the world is healing again, we have Naofumi's quest for justice against Multi-S Melromark in The Rising of the Shield Hero.
あなたは盾の勇者様に襲われたのですか？そうよ。私は盾の悪魔に侵されそうに。
Multi, also known as Mine, quickly became the epitome of a villain and scum, making viewers eagerly await her well-deserved punishment as she betrayed Naofumi by lying that he harassed her. Naofumi's revenge against Multi is a tale of redemption and triumph over betrayal, but we all know we wanted to see her head get chopped off. In this moment, with the help of the Queen, Multi finally got what she deserved along with the King. All her lies were exposed, and every time she tried to lie again, she got electrified. We just wish she could have lied more. As the Shield Hero, Naofumi faced constant oppression and false accusations planned by Multi, but instead of giving up, Naofumi showed resilience and resourcefulness. What makes this revenge so satisfying is seeing the tables turn for Multi, where her power was stripped off along with the King's. Naofumi's actions not only dismantled her web of lies, but also demonstrated his growth as a character. Witnessing Multi's downfall is a gratifying experience, especially now that they have new nicknames.
助けて！ナオフミ様！ナオフミ様！
待て！王はこれから来るぞ！第一王女はビッツと名前を改めろ！
ビッチですって！
Attack on Titan, a show where your concerns aren't limited to towering titans alone, but also the complex politics that will make your head hurt. Zeke and Levi had one of the most frustrating and sad rivalries that made one of the hypest speeches in the entire history of anime and one of the saddest scenes in the series. And just when Levi finally gave Zeke the beatdown he deserved, it was awesome. Zeke killed Erwin along with the scout recruits, and if that wasn't enough, injected his spinal fluid into the minds of Levi's comrades back in season 4. And with just one scream, Levi became even more depressed as he was now surrounded by his former comrades turned Titans. Levi's brutality was switched to max as he was forced to do something that Zeke didn't even imagine he was capable of. It was just so satisfying to see how frustrated Zeke was, and it was even better when we saw Levi trash talk Zeke's messed up face after he blew him up with one thunder spear. After all that pain, Levi finally got his comeback for real. Next is the show that has one of the best endings in all of anime, Code Geass.
私が第99代ブリタニア皇帝ルルーシュビ・ブリタニア
Code Geass is one of the best shows in anime with politics that could mess up even America today. But we're not here to talk about the anime, we're here to talk about one of the most satisfying moments in the show, the scene where Lelouch takes the throne of Britannia. After killing his own father, Lelouch uses his Geass to control every last noble in front of him. He sits on Britannia's throne in front of every noble within the empire and straight up declares himself the king of the world in a live broadcast. What makes this moment so satisfying is that we have to remember what Lelouch went through. After being exiled to Japan and suffering untold trauma, we can't help but grin as we see each and every noble lose it. Lelouch even fought the Black Knights after Suzaku comes in to save him because betrayal doesn't choose a side, literally. This scene cements just how much of a genius he is and how he's also a calamity class threat. The music helps to make this even better because that classic battle symphony doesn't miss a beat. And all of this is just the beginning.
我を認めよだからそんな冗談はもうやめないと Yes, Your Majesty.
Now let's shift our attention to an entry that has a very questionable scene from an equally questionable anime. Yes, this is Redo of Healer, Kiaru's payback to Flare. Kiaru, being a healer, was exploited again and again by others. He was also held captive by Flare, princess of the Dioral kingdom, who abused and mentally tortured him. However, using his healing magic, Kiaru went back 4 years into the past and got his revenge on Flare. After years of torture at the hands of his so-called allies, Kiaru managed to break free and get his hands on the Philosopher's Stone, then goes back in time and leaves no stone unturned to get his revenge. Princess Flare was mentally and physically tortured by him. The payback against Flare was undoubtedly satisfying in more ways than one for him, and we have to remember the torture Kiaru went through that brought him to do such brutal acts. After being tortured for years and suffering alone, we can't help but side with him, even if he's looking like the villain. The scene is definitely not for everyone, especially kids, and it doesn't get any better as the anime moves forward. It definitely caused a lot of controversy, but both the author and the studio just don't care. Now this is what I call a true revenge moment.
お前の記憶を消して顔を変えてやる。フレア王女はこの世から消える。
Hermes' revenge for Gloria. Something about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is really, well, bizarre. Not many people talk about this anime and its banger parts where each JoJo gets involved in a typical JoJo mess and deals with the creepiest villains. Hermes' revenge for his sister Gloria is one hell of a memorable and satisfying revenge moment in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean. Hermes' story in Stone Ocean did feel a bit familiar because Polander's story from Stardust Crusaders also revolved around avenging their sister's death. After Sportsmax killed Hermes' sister Gloria, he threw her body in a gutter. Even after such a horrendous act, he only received a 5-year sentence, and so Hermes commits robbery to get herself inside the prison in order to avenge her sister's unfair death. When Hermes fought Sportsmax, she drowned him in a sewage pipe and eventually beat him to death while teaming up with FF and Jolin, and every hit was for Gloria. What makes this revenge so satisfying? Well, it's nothing more than Starmax finally being tortured inside the tight pipes of the prison with little air to breathe and dying in the most miserable way possible. What happens when two men fall for the same girl? Murder and betrayal. While as dark as it might sound, yet Cowboy Bebop introduces one of its most iconic moments where Spike Spiegel avenges Julia's death. In a twist of fate, Spike, once a close companion and ally of Vicious within the crime syndicate, finds himself entangled in a love triangle with Vicious's girlfriend Julia. Unfortunately, in one moment, Julia dies after Vicious sends hitmen after them. In the end, Spike finally got his revenge after facing Vicious in one of the most memorable fights in anime. What makes this revenge so fulfilling is the deep-rooted history and complex relationship between Spike and Vicious. Vicious and Spike duke it out and Spike succeeds in shooting him, but he's also seriously injured. Another thing that makes this moment so satisfying is how it ends the show. It cemented Cowboy Bebop as a classic and legendary show in the anime sphere because of its sad yet great ending. The animation might look a bit old, but we can't doubt the intensity and impact this scene had. Best of all, we don't know if Spike survived or not, and it shows that revenge always comes at a price. This is another classic moment that pushed Hunter x Hunter into one of the best series of all time. In the world of Hunter x Hunter, the climactic moment arrives when Gon Freaks, driven by an unwavering desire for vengeance, confronts Pito, one of the fearsome Chimera ants responsible for the death of Kite. This long-awaited showdown carries immense weight and emotional intensity. The reason behind Gon's thirst for revenge is deeply rooted in his fondness for Kite. Witnessing the brutal death of his mentor figure at the hands of Neferpito ignites a fire within Gon, and this fire made Neferpito regret everything. With his newfound strength, he bashed Pito like a doll and just wouldn't stop. This revenge moment wasn't just satisfying, but also sad as we saw a new side to Gon. The music was fantastic and the animation to represent Gon's rage was out of this world. It was brutal, and the way Gon did everything just to get revenge made everyone feel all kinds of emotions. You thought that Timon got reincarnated as a slime was all rainbows? Well, think again, because in this scene, all hell breaks loose. Throughout the series, Rimuru encounters heavy enemies or finds himself in a dire situation that requires the usage of his most potent abilities. As a result of Rimuru's growth and the acquisition of powerful abilities, manifested some truly devastating skills. After Tempest was attacked by humans and some of their citizens massacred, Rimuru decides to take revenge. In one heavenly attack, every single soldier in the enemy's camp was taken out, excluding the king and the wizard. The sound effects, while the music suddenly disappeared, helped in making the attack more epic, and the way they did the animation was one of the best in the series. Not a single one of us expected how devastating this attack would become, where even the death toll countdown had us on the edge of our seats. This is a legendary scene that took everyone by surprise, and it was so satisfying to watch Rimuru finally take his revenge without holding back. And at number 1 in our list of the top 10 most satisfying revenge moments is a scene that gets included in every revenge list. Roy Mustang's vengeance against Envy in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. After Maze Hughes was killed by Envy, Roy is now full of anger and just wants revenge. When fate finally gives Roy a chance, he meets Envy who, after getting shot an uncountable amount of times and is now weakened, tries to insult him but gets engulfed in flames right away. Every time Roy snaps, Envy is surrounded by a huge fireball. Just like how Shikamaru ended Hidan, this was another satisfying moment that anime fans can't seem to get enough of. The way Roy kept attacking Envy without any moment of doubt and how each snap of his fingers made Envy scream was a sight to see. There's not much to say other than Roy Mustang's vengeance against Envy deserves the top spot on our list. And those are some of the most satisfying moments in anime when characters got their revenge. And don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, and click the notification bell for more videos like this one. Once again, don't forget to check out Dislike, links in the description.